beautifully here 2 seconds ago. But welcome back. This is saying Taurus. At least it's saying what it's supposed to be. You get my green screen. If you're on my YouTube, you can see the real deal and the fun. So now that we're getting clear of Mercury retrograde, let's see what we can do to reorganize some of the insanity that's been going on for some of us. It's been kind of a fun little roller coaster ride. And my OBS, my tech went nuts. So I spent the last 3 hours, I was determined to get this going for you. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you, Taurus, and just get right to business. Did you miss me? It's been chaotic for me. I don't want to talk about that. Let's just get it going. Example for this card. Now she's sitting in her arbor, right? She's in her grove, and there's coins on her tree. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles references us looking at our resources, okay? Trying to see what we have. And before we can move forward, we need to know what we actually have. So this lady hasn't even picked her apricots yet. She's just like waiting to collect, waiting to look at her resources. Sometimes we get so tossed up and flipped and kind of upside down that we aren't sure where we're at. So this is a moment for you to take a look at your resources. We have the Death card indicating a lot of changes that are happening for you, Taurus. And the Page of Pentacles feels like we don't have enough. Ace of Wands is our card for making decisions and new beginnings. Now remember, the Ace of Cards is a trump card. Eight of Wands at the end of this sentence here is telling us that things are already in motion. So how do we direct the train when it's in motion? Ten of Pentacles is the card that tells us it feels like every little thing is nipping at our finances. Every time we turn around, there's little mice nibbling at our cheese, and it looks like we don't have as much as we thought starting out. Six of Pentacles, you know, taking our time and being careful with it. Hello. So, you know, Six of Pentacles is also charity. Like, what do we have to give? Are we able to give? Are we able to give back? Are we able to have enough? Interestingly enough, and it's, I guess, no coincidence, we have the Two of Wands. I was just talking about twos being different in each of the suits. And the Two of Wands is about our having think of the Fool card, right? The Fool card is about crossroads and opportunity. The Two of Wands is about taking one direction on a path that we're coming up on this way. Who is it you're fighting with, Taurus? We have the Five of Wands, also the King of Swords. So with the Lovers card in play, what we have, Five of Wands is an argument, and the Lovers card is conflict. Sometimes it tells us that we have two people on different sides of the fence, you know, feeling as if we have a different approach. So perhaps you're fighting with a person or a lover, or having just a difference of opinion and feeling as if you're going at things in very different ways. With the Five of Wands, usually that indicates it's a bigger group of conversation, bigger group discussion rather than just one person. So it feels like you've got this like going on everywhere. With the Death card in play, which it's my favorite card. Yes, I do. Brinks is asking if I do readings for people. I do readings for people. So King of Swords is telling us that there's, you know, leadership that has to come from you in order to make these things and decisions that you're making come into alignment. But I would just caution you to watch a little bit with that. We have the Fool card, so expect some delays. And, you know, we have Mercury, as we're just wrapping up with that. I feel like we have a little bit of shadow period still going on. They say it went direct the other day. However, we should feel a little relief with that. But the delays in place with the Hangman is telling us that it's impossible to move forward and impossible to move backward. So it feels as if this like stuck period. However, there's a lot of energy that goes with this, and I would say not to worry too much about being delayed, because think of a seed. A seed takes a moment in privacy. It takes a moment of stagnancy to go within. And sometimes it's impossible for us to go within. So we just have to surrender. So your message, Taurus, is to surrender. And who is it that you want to be charitable with or to? Because with the Six of Pentacles in play, it's telling us that there's this, you know, you really want to give back or help someone else, but are you in a position to do so? So we have this here, Six of Pentacles, right? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is giving back and resources. So you got to really take a look at your resources before you decide whether you can give back. Don't be afraid of the Death card. The Death card has to do with change. All it is changing lanes, changing our energy and switching surfaces a little bit, and maybe things will get a little bit smoother for you. I love the Death card. Big changes coming up for you. The Chariot. So that doesn't just necessarily have to do with moving. It does have some possibility for travel. The Chariot card is our vehicle card. It's also for moving, and it's also for intensity. So occasionally it'll take quite a bit of energy for us to focus on getting some things done, especially when chaos is going on around us. So both of my card decks got wet, so I don't have the moon reading, but I think I'm going to try this with the moon deck. We're going to practice this one and see. Oh, I'm going to have to shuffle the hell out of it, though, because I was teaching with it. This Gilded Tarot has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying doing Gilded Tarot, but let's see what your moon reading looks like. I'm going to have to shuffle, because these were separated out so that we could use these as an example for our tarot class. I decided to get on here no matter what it looks like. I mean, I've been trying to do these videos for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's been something every single time, right? Every time I turn around, there's a new event, tech, illness, timing. Then I was moving my office. So thank you for your patience. All right, we're going to do your Taurus moon, how you think, how you feel, what's going on inside your head. I just don't want it to be all one suit since they're structured. Hang on, don't go nowhere. Annette said, I miss you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anybody ask me where's my video in a while. They probably figured I gave up. You like my green screen background there? Instagram. That's all you get. It was working a minute ago, and then when I went live, it disappeared. So, I don't know. We're going to have to figure out how to fix this. But you can go to my YouTube and see things with the picture-in-picture. It's also on my Facebook. Twitch, too, actually. For those of you that like to game, it's on my Twitch. All right. Good and shuffled. Brand new deck. Here we go. This is for your Taurus moon reading. Two of Wands. Now, there's a congruency for you. So, in the first reading, in your general spread, there was the Two of Wands, which has to do with taking one direction, right? So if you notice in this deck, it has to do with two separate ways. You can only go through one door. You can't go through both at once. So this is your congruency between those two readings. So you're feeling very conflicted about all of these events that are going on around you. You've got the 10 of Coins again. All right, so this is incredible. If you rewind the video, we were talking about the 10 of Coins. And it definitely has to do with, having enough, but, little finances are taking little chunks of it from you as you're going along. For Seven of Wands, so you're trying to make the best of a bad situation. We have the Strength card, trying to use your wisdom from past experience. We've got the Palace of Coins. Everything's about money for you right now. You're afraid of how things are going to turn out. You've got the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, both of which make you feel like you're on edge and that you're making decisions backed into a corner, which you don't like. You also have the Ace of Wands. Blows my mind. You can't make this shit up. There's the Ace of Wands. So you have new beginnings coming up for you. And like I was saying, this is a trump card. So that literally means that things are going to be changing for you in a big way. The High Priestess is in play. It tells us that you're going off instinct and inspiration and trusting yourself. Okay. Now, the other thing that's coming up is Taurus right now is watching everything, taking a look at what's going on with people before you make a decision in situations and keeping an eye on it. Now, with Strength in play, it tells us that not only are you using your intuition, but also wisdom. Now, something I was telling a coaching client the other day, I said, listen, always trust yourself. You'll hear me say that 1,000 times. The more you meditate, the more you hear the sound of your own voice, the more you know what you want, and then you can trust yourself a little bit more. Here's the deal. Your subconscious mind is doing all the math. There is data moving around in your brain all the time. And you may have some funny, weird feeling about something. Let's use the husband cheating. That comes up sometimes. I think something's going on. I'm going to look at his social media. I'm going to look at his phone. And there's nothing there, but your feeling won't go away. But you just go to the first mathematical formula in your head, which is he must be doing this other naughty thing. And then come to find out, maybe he's sick and didn't want to reveal it, or maybe, he's had some conversations at work that he doesn't want to share, or spending money, or maybe it is alcohol or a bad habit that's coming up. But ultimately, trust yourself. So here's the truth. When you use your intuition, in addition to wisdom and past experience, and you combine these two processes and how you translate